If you guys enjoy what I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it's free and easy to do. Before we get started with today's video, I have an announcement to make. After years of telling other people's stories, I finally released one of my own. My novel Eternal Reign is available now in both ebook and paperback format for those of you who are like me and prefer to collect physical media. You can grab a copy right now on Amazon through the link in the description of this video. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Despite everything that it took for you to get to the Maelstrom prison, that was the easy part. Even though there's only one prisoner there and it's in the middle of a location that's almost impossible to reach, it's guarded by everything from highly advanced droids and soldiers armed with some brutal weapons to high-ranking Sith. Despite all of that, you prove to be so difficult to kill that Grand Moff Kilran contacts you when you hack into one of the prison's computers. He beat you to the prison and he has some of his ships positioned to wipe Jedi Master Oteg and his fleet out, which will leave you an easy target. Oteg lets you know that Kilran isn't bluffing. Between his fleet and the prison's defenses, Oteg's people won't last for much longer, so instead of letting them die, you tell them to retreat while you take down the prison's defenses and rescue the Jedi. Kilran won't bomb the prison like he did the fortress, so you won't have to worry about that at least. Oteg agrees, and you get back to cutting a path to the heart of the prison. When you reach the holding cell, Kilran himself shows up to stop you. Darth Malgus tells him to focus on securing the prisoner instead of fighting you, but the Moff has gotten so tired of you personally that he just wants you dead. Both he and Malgus are surprised that you're doing all of this without knowing who the prisoner is, and while Malgus respects your devotion to your cause, he thinks it's for the best if you die without knowing. Unfortunately for him, Kilran isn't up to the task, and you put the Moff down for good, letting you finally rescue the prisoner, who turns out to be none other than Revan, the legendary Jedi whose story was told in Knights of the Old Republic Part 1. You would think he'd be happy to be set free after being locked up for 300 years, but since he was the only thing keeping the Emperor from invading the galaxy, he's not all that thrilled. Not until the Force Ghost who guided you all to the prison in the first place appears and lets him know that he was losing the fight, and he needed to be set free before the Emperor could turn him back into Darth Revan and make him his pawn again. A very long time ago, Revan had led his friends to the edge of the galaxy to fight the Emperor, thinking that they could beat him, but they had seriously underestimated just how strong he was. They got betrayed, all of his friends died, and the Emperor used Sith alchemy to keep Revan alive. The Emperor is well over 1,000 years old, and he knows things about the Force that no one else does. He was able to use Revan's link to the light side to see visions of the future. But that link let Revan influence the Emperor a bit. He convinced him that peace with the Jedi was in his best interest, so he prevented the war that would end all things. What he didn't realize is that the war has already started. Once his dead Jedi friend tells him that, he leaves the prison with you, and you get out of there before anyone else can try to stop you. A lot of people died to save Revan, something that he's not happy about, but he is happy to see that the Jedi still make strong warriors. He's pretty sure that if you had been on his team back when he fought the Emperor, things might have gone differently. Despite that, he's not willing to join your crew. His link to the Emperor is broken now, but he learned a lot from him, so he plans on sharing all of that info with the Jedi before he puts an end to the Sith Empire for good. He knows of a place called the Foundry that the Emperor couldn't get him to reveal. It has the power to wipe out civilizations in the wrong hands, but Revan thinks that he can use it to save the galaxy from the Emperor. But that's his mission. Since you have your own, the two of you say your goodbyes, but not before he tells you that the Force Ghost who had guided you was Mitra Surik, his best friend, and a Jedi known as the Exile, or your character from Knights of the Old Republic Part 2. This concludes the story of the Maelstrom Prison Flashpoint. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, comment, share it, and subscribe. Grab a copy of my novel on your way out, and I'll see you all next time.